Jump in the game, let's take a ride. Features gaming, it's time to vibe. From London town to the Roblox scene, he's the master of the gaming dream. Roblox gameplay, F1 racing, with content so amazing. But he's got a game that's one of a kind. It's SEO, the train game. We rewind. All aboard, we're heading down the track. With features gaming, there's no looking back. Roblox adventures, he takes us far and wide. Join the fun, hop on for the ride.
You guys, Features Gaming here, and if I can finally solve my froggy throat, as you can see, we are back, obviously going to be doing another stream here on the channel. I need to turn down my mic because it is still set for yesterday's stream, which I need to turn down, and we are here ready to be doing another stream. And today we are obviously going to be doing some British Railway today, hopefully doing some journeys, hopefully having some good fun, and yeah, hopefully grinding up some coins. But before we do that, let's say a few hellos to everyone in the chat, shall we? So hello, you know what, let's actually go over to participants. And this should be a lot easier for me to actually see who's actually in the chat. So hello Coco Mentos, Train Spotting, hello Reese, hello Ethan, hello Ozage, haven't seen you in ages, hello Ruben as well, hello Ryan, hello Seb, and also hello Yusuf as well, however you pronounce your name. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Also hello to Kenji and Dragon, I believe, on the portrait stream as well. How are you guys doing today? Also hello to ALX400 as well. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. And yeah, we will just get started in this stream, shall we? So if I go over to the gameplay scene, you can see we are already on the game, as you can see. And yeah, we are going to be, or let's just try and figure out what journey we want to do to start off with, shall we? Let's do that. So, what train shall we do? I will just quickly look in the shop of things that I might not have, but I might want. Apparently there's an all white 800, and apparently there's a white 802 as well. I'm pretty sure I've got everything in the shop though. I've got all of the routes, I've got all of the liveries, I've got everything. There really isn't anything that I need, I don't think. Yeah, there's really nothing I need to save up for. I mean, these are the weekly items, 1,250, which I do have. I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. Do we need them? Nah. I don't think we do. This is British Railway. Yes, I have heard that England are playing today. I don't know what the score is. Honestly, judging by how we played against Andorra, I couldn't care less about the results. I honestly could not care less. Oh, man. We played absolutely rubbish against Andorra. I don't even know how we even won that, if I'm going to be completely honest. Let's go ahead and drive. I really don't know. I honestly have no idea. Maybe do the 170. It's been a while since I've done the 170. Let's do that. And let's do... Do I really want to go to Fair from Norrington? No. Where do we not go all that often? Ashdean? Russell Lane. It's not really a terminating station, is it? Side on Sea. Could be decent, could be decent. Victoria Docks. Yeah, haven't been there for a while. Victoria Harbour. Just one further on the line, isn't it? Obviously we went to Stonebrook in the last stream, didn't we? Millbridge. Quite a long journey. But you know what? We have time. We have time. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Right, let's start the engine. Hello, Elohim as well. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Right, let me give you guys the link so you guys can join. Obviously, just remember, no trolling. Otherwise, I may have to kick you from the server. So just make sure that you are basically being good, and you should be good. Join here. There you go. There is the link to join. And let's get on our journey, shall we? So let's go ahead and pin the message as well, just so I make sure that everyone can join and everyone knows where the link is and how to find it. And we are good to go. Right, off we go. Oh, slow down. Speeding. Naughty fetch. Naughty, naughty. Right, here we go. No, I'm not watching England. I mean, I'll watch the highlights, but I don't really matter about watching it live after how we played against Andorra. If we actually were good and actually scored goals, then maybe I would. Maybe it might be a bit different, but yeah. Are you ever play Stupid County Railway game? We do weekly SCR streams, mate. Every Saturday. That's when we play it. That's when we stream it. Hello, Southwest Level Crossings UK as well. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. And hello, NNC as well. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. How have you guys been today? If I can figure out how to actually speak English. Oh, the match hasn't started yet. Oh yeah, it's 7:45, isn't it? Of course it is. I mean, I could probably try and find it and switch it on, but I don't have any way of watching it. I don't even know what channel it's on. But okay, just school as usual. I see, I see. Right, 2 to 4 car marker. Should be coming up on the right here. Obviously in British Railway, wherever you stop doesn't really matter. Honestly, for me, stopping in British Railway is just more of a mini-game rather than actually driving a train. I really hate how Roblox is like this.
Please mind the gap
So
between the
strange.
train and the platform edge.
Like,
This
you
is
have
a
to
regional
do
service.
escape to close
No
the bloody
bridge.
chat. It's so strange. I mean, I get it. They want to get rid of some things with the UI, but not that button. I mean, come on. I don't know. Tomorrow is your birthday. Could you're turning 16? Awesome. Well, happy early birthday.
Welcome on board this regional service.
Escape. Yeah, you have to press
No
escape to
bridge.
bring up
Calling
the
at
Roblox
Hume
menu,
Astley,
the more
Forestdale,
menu, and the
Preston
chat.
Junction,
As soon as you click
St.
escape
James
again, they,
Park,
you know, they
Eton,
all three of them
Merrion,
disappear.
Whetstone, Abbey Road,
Doesn't make sense.
Longbow, Russell Lane, Broomfield, Merrion, Leeton, Henley Park, Fortis Green, Elm
I mean,
Tree
I
House,
always just use
Northcote, and
Alt F4
Millbridge.
anyway, but
The next station is
why do
Hume
Roblox make these updates, you know, like that? Like, I can't even remember the last time they actually did a useful update. When did they do that? I think developers choose to have that, do they? Well, every game I've played, I've had to do that. Maybe your client hasn't updated or something, I'm not too sure. It's stream number 67. Yeah, 67. Hello, Platinum as well, by the way. Can't join today? That is fine. If you can't join, then that's fine. We'll be playing this next week, as you know, as per usual. Right, Hume Heath in about 1.5 miles. Hello Shakiro King as well, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. No, it is not my birthday. My birthday was back in June. Quite a while away. I'm doing fine, thank you Shakiro. Or Shakiro, sorry. And I hope you are having a good day today as well. Right, I think we should start slowing it down now. It's been a while since I've operated the 170, so I don't actually know how good the brakes are. To my memory, they were okay. But judging by how fast our speed is coming down, I don't know.
Hume Heath. Please mind
I
the
think
gap
we
between
are
the train
all right though,
and
about
the
like half a
platform
mile
edge.
away. Then from there, you just need to heavy brake the entire way into the station, pretty much. You found out you have your first GCSE exam in January. It's BTEC, but basically the same thing. I see. I see. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Right. 4-car marker. As it usually is, because it's a 4-car train fetch. Right, it should be there on the right somewhere. There it is. Let's try and modulate the speed as we get closer. And there. Sweet. Did you hear that someone from the bus community passed away? Oh no, I didn't, but I hope everyone, or obviously my condolences go out to, you know, all that were affected by that. And yeah, that's quite sad to hear, actually. SCR is so glitchy and has too many bugs. Who agrees with me? They used to have a lot of bugs. I think all of them have relatively been fixed.
Welcome on board.
I mean, some things can still be a little bit, you know, iffy here and there, but who can remember the days where you would stop at a station and then the game would just despawn you for no reason? It would just despawn you. Or when you loaded up at a station and then your train decided to become a pendulum rather than actually operating the train. I don't know. But yeah, there are still certain things where, you know, there's a bit of track that's, you know, sort of like misaligned a little bit. You can sometimes see guards sitting just in midair. Sometimes you might see a train power car a mile before where they're actually on the map. Yeah, sometimes it can be a bit visually glitchy, but obviously, thankfully, nothing physically, which is good. Or the guard door doesn't open, or that, yeah. But, you know, it still functions properly, which is the best that you can ask for, to be honest. Hello, Chris Call as well. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. What does the 6-7 meme mean? I think it's the joke, you know, why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. I think that's the reason. I'm not entirely too sure, but I'm pretty sure that is the reason behind the joke. Wait, isn't he a London bus driver? I seem to. Is that who I think it is?
Astley, please mind the gap.
Oh, I didn't know you passed away.
Platform edge.
Or a bus spotter. I'm actually not too sure, but yeah, that is, yeah, it's quite saddening, that, obviously. On Saturday. Wow. Bike crash. Not good, is it? Oh, that's the car marker. I wasn't paying attention. Oh well. We're still here on time.
This is
And still on the
ASCII.
station, which is all that
Please
matters.
mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
Devil
This
Counter
is a
Railway is the
regional
top train
service
games in
to
Roblox.
Millbridge.
That's what I think. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. I think that is the. I think it might be the most popular game for train simulation. I think. Is there a better one? Like a, you know, a dedicated train game. Trying to think if there's a popular one. I mean, I'm not saying that other games don't have their
Welcome on
peaks
board
that, you know,
this
that are maybe
regional
over
service to
SCR, but I
Millbridge.
think the average player base is
The
probably
next
SCR.
station is Forestdale.
I'm not too sure. What game mode should you play on Fortnite? Is the Blitz Royale still a thing? I'm not too sure. Maybe that. I remember playing a lot of that with Hero. Haven't done for so though for quite some time. Still exists. Good. Because honestly, I think that might be my new favorite game mode. I like Battle Royale, but sometimes the games can take quite long, and that's what I kind of like about Blitz Royale. It's a bit more fast-paced, you know. And you know, games only last what, like 5-10 minutes. I do kind of like that fast-pacedness of it, which is quite good. Hello, Optimistic as well. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. What about
We will shortly be
Reload?
arriving at
Reload?
Forestdale.
Oh, game mode. I don't think I've tried that game mode, I don't think. Hello, Bennett as well. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you are having a good day so far. If I got banned on Roblox permanently, what would I stream instead? Well, right now, I would probably do Train Sim World, but if I didn't even have that, I don't know. Maybe just play some games that I want, you know, that I play on a regular basis and not particularly stream. Like maybe do a, you know, dedicated WWE 2K25 streams because I play a bit of that. Maybe do just some Roblox. Oh wait, I can't do Roblox because I'll be permanently banned from it, wouldn't I? I'm not too sure actually. Maybe like an extra trucking stream, you know, maybe do like
This
ETS
is
and ATS,
Forestdale.
like, you know,
This is a regional service
on
to
separate days.
Millbridge.
Like I said, maybe add in like a dedicated Train Sim World stream. Yeah, I actually don't know. One that I don't really think I can answer, to be honest. Maybe do some like open lobbies, you know, as like a weekly thing as well.
Welcome on board this regional service to Millbridge.
I've not actually
The next
thought about it,
station
to be
is
honest.
Preston Junction.
You're watching England versus Serbia, I see. FC25. I mean, yeah, maybe. I actually haven't played that in ages, and it's actually come to the point where I've actually uninstalled it from my laptop, just because I don't want it clogging up space when I don't really play it. Obviously, when I'm back on my PC, you know, maybe I might, you know, play it every now and then, because, you know, that has like a 14 terabyte hard drive or whatnot, so... Yeah. I do have a lot of games installed on my PC that necessarily I don't really play, so I probably, you know, could clean up my system a little bit. Would, you know, maybe some, you know, delete some files as well that I don't necessarily, you know,
We
need.
will shortly be arriving at Preston Junction. Change here for
Oh,
trains
we
to
should start
Norrington.
slowing down.
Change here for tram and bus services to other destinations. Please mind the gap
Okay, I'm
between the
toggling
train
emergency now.
and the platform edge.
I know Freston is quite a long station, but we are coming in fairly quickly. What's wrong with your PC? Well, nothing's wrong with it. I just want to stream on my laptop at the moment because it keeps my room nice and cool. So it's not really that there's a problem with it. It's just I'm using my laptop at the moment. Nothing wrong with my PC, you know. It's just sometimes, you know, it can get a bit warm, let's say. And I kind of like my room being quite cool. But I think the worst part is, though, is that I've sort of adapted to laptop heat. So I kind of get a bit warmer easier, if that makes sense. I don't know. But over the past few days, you know, after I finish streaming, I basically turn my laptop off and then just have my curtains open while my fan, while my fan is going on. And
Freston
I don't know, it just kind of feels warm anyway, even though I'm, I'm just using my laptop.
Change here for trains to
I don't know.
Norrington. Change here for
Yeah, I've
tram and bus
barely done
services
anything on my
to other
PC for a while.
destinations. This
And I,
is a
you know,
regional
I kind of
service
want to
to
wait until it's like
Millbridge.
constantly in the high 10s really, other than, you know, low 20s, because low 20s is when it starts to get a bit hot, but, you know, around, you know, 15 to 20, you know, it's sort of okay. I mean, it's sort of the don't you dare spad and cause my signal to go red. I mean, you're a semi-fast, so it shouldn't.
Welcome on
What was I
board
saying?
this regional service
What was I
to
saying?
Millbridge.
So, yeah.
Calling at St James Park, Leeton, Merrion, Whetstone, Abbey Road.
We are getting those
Longbow,
temperatures right now,
Russell
but sometimes
Lane,
it can fluctuate a bit, so
Merrion, Leeton,
Mate,
Henley
hopefully
Park,
by like
Fortis
October
Green,
time I should be on my
Elmtree House,
PC all the
Northgate,
time.
And Millbridge.
I just don't want to keep switching between using my laptop when it's a
The
bit too
next
warm and then
station
using my
is
PC and stuff,
St.
you know.
James Park.
My laptop can pretty much do everything that my PC can do, so yeah, might as well just use my laptop for the moment. What temperatures? Temperatures that if I said to you, you would say, that's freezing, mate. Mr. I wear a jumper in 26-degree heat when I came down to meet you.
We will shortly be arriving at St. James Park. Alight here for Thute Park.
Could you get Hornby for Avid and more and for your entertainments? I'm also fine with the cold. Well, yeah, I like coldness. That's the thing. I'm optimistic. Yeah, about 2 months ago. We met up with, well, him and Dark. We all three of us met up. Me and Dark did some karting, and then all three of us plus my sister did some bowling. Which, funnily enough, didn't you win the first game, Optimistic? I have a feeling you won the first game.
St. James Park. Alight here for Thute Park. This
Yeah, I
is a
thought you did.
regional service to
And all you did
Millbridge.
was effectively drop the ball and then you just let it roll down the lane. Like, I was honestly expecting you to sort of like be sort of decent. And don't get me wrong, you were decent, but I thought that because you knew physics, you would calculate the best trajectory to throw the ball, the curve of the ball, so then you can knock down the pins and basically get strikes all the time. I was honestly half expecting you to be that person that would do some calculations to figure out where exactly the best place to bowl the ball was. But no, you just dropped it and just gave it a gentle flick. And then just see where it landed. I don't know the friction of the lane.
Welcome on board this regional
Still,
service
though.
to Millbridge. The
Oh
next
yeah, to be fair,
station
it did.
is Leeton.
I think I tried your tactic once, and I think that was when I got the best throw of the game for me. I don't know. It's definitely, you know, it's definitely not what Jason Belmonte would have done if he was playing with us. That's because my forearms are very weak. Yeah, didn't you like play, or didn't you have like a game of bowling with like Dweller in Space like a week prior or something? I don't know. Or was that the week after? I can't remember.
Shortly be arriving at
You said something
Leeton.
about bowling.
Change here for trains to Ashdean, Avonhill, Belmont Green, Norrington, and Victoria Docks.
You never did bowling with them. You said something about bowling though. Probably wasn't with them exactly, but you definitely said something about bowling. I don't know. Hello Timmy as well, by the way. Last week I... Oh, it was maybe that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you, Timmy, and I hope you're doing well yourself. Hello, Evita, as well, by the way. What's my username? It's just
This is
features_gaming, but obviously in order to
Change
join
here
this,
for
you need to join via the
trains
link
to
and not my
Ashdean,
profile.
Avonhill, Belmont Green, Norrington, and Victoria
I don't think
Docks.
Optimistic has ever done a face reveal, and
This
I
is a
don't think he
regional
ever will.
service to Millbridge. Welcome on board this regional service to Millbridge, calling at Merion, Whetstone, Abbey Road, Longbow, Russell Lane, Broomfield, Merion, Leeton, Henley Park.
Am I the same height as
Fortis Green,
Fetch?
Elm Tree House, Northcote, and Millbridge. The next station is
Honestly, I think
Merion.
he's a bit taller than me. Yeah. Just a bit, though. Just a bit. I'm short, yeah. I'm a short 5'9", so it would make sense. Hello, Dud, by the way. I'm like 179 to 180, so 5'11", nearly 6. Yeah, pretty much. Right, we do have some reds because there is a train in front of us. Where are they going? Are they going to? Oh, they're doing cuffly to cuffly then. Oh, that means I'm going to be with them until like. I'm going to be with them until like Russell Lane. Not ideal.
We will
You go to college
shortly be
next year. Well, I
arriving
wish you
at
the best of
Merion.
luck. My favourite class in British Railway. Yours is the Class 90 with the Virgo skin. I like the 755 to be honest. The float train is pretty nice. However, I do like the 801 with the FNER livery. I don't know. It's just a good train. But I do like the 755, purely based on the reason it accelerates quick. Purely based on that reason. When did I upload the birthday vlog on my gaming channel?
Merion.
When I released it. I
This
actually
is
think it
a
was only a
regional
few weeks
service
ago,
to
or a few
Millbridge.
videos ago. It seems weird because, you know, it was quite long ago. I think it was like 3 months ago. But I think it's probably like on the third list when you go into like the videos thing. I think it's like on the third list. Yeah, I've kind of been slacking with videos in the later half of 2025. You'll go to King's Cross on Friday to do some train spotting. Awesome. Oh, you said why, not when. just because I thought it was a cool milestone and I
Welcome
kind of
on
wanted to put
board
it on the
this
channel.
regional
I mean,
service to Millbridge.
yeah.
The next station is
I
Whetstone.
do, you know, some vlogs, you know, I don't just keep everything on my gaming channel to gaming, you know, I just post videos about what I enjoy. I mean, my vlogging channel is more predominantly just for things that I wouldn't normally upload, so like daily vlogs, things like that. I probably would have that more on my vlogging channel, but you know, special vlogs, you know, like birthday vlogs, things like that, I would, you know, upload that on both channels. Yeah, you don't say. Not posting unless the other for a month. I forgot it was a thing, and I forgot I was supposed to upload it. Speaking of my vlogging channel, I remember I was saying quite a lot how I wanted to upload like past videos on there. I did that for a time being and then just never did another one. And I kind of want to keep doing that because I want to make sure that everything on my vlogging channel is kind of vlogs, like past ones from me. Like, see, you know, when you saw my vlogs, you know, like back in 2015, 2016, those are the sort of vlogs that I would probably only put on my my vlogging channel rather than uploading those on my gaming channel as well.
We will shortly be arriving at Whetstone.
But special things, you know, like train vlogs, you know, like when I went on the Orient Express, that would probably be a channel for both because, you know, it is something cool that I did. My invention, you know, that would again probably be something that I would still post on this channel. But things like Alton Towers and things like that, that would probably just be a, you know, one for my vlogging channel. I don't know. My gaming channel isn't
This
just
is
predominantly for
Whetstone.
gaming or my main channel, which obviously is this
is a
channel, you
regional
know.
service to
I do
Millbridge.
lots of different content. When did I go to college? Between 2018 and 2020. Stopped going when the pandemic basically put the country on lockdown. Because, and I will tell you why, the line is
Welcome
clear.
on board this regional
No,
service to
there is some
Millbridge.
people in front of us. And I'll tell you why,
next
unless this
station
is
Abbey Road.
his cousin again. I don't know. Oh, what was I going to say? How many stations left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 more stations. Oh, that was not a long... Oh, okay. Well, it's just changed to yellow. Thanks for that. I mean, I've put on emergency, but I guess that is going to ensure that we slow down in time. Coverage here, yeah. So it was the start of lockdown, and well, basically they moved our lessons to online learning in like March time, I think. Or was it was it the start of April?
We will shortly be arriving.
It was basically when they
Abbey Road.
announced
Please
lockdown,
mind
and
the
you
gap
know
between
the
the train and the
whole thing was
platform edge.
starting to rank up. Which, funnily enough, all of my class went to Tenerife for 2 weeks. I didn't go because, well, I mean, I wouldn't say I wasn't interested. I was kind of interested, but I knew that there were going to be obstacles for me that wouldn't allow me to go, which I'm not obviously going to get into. You know, I would have liked to have gone. But when we heard about that there was a COVID case in the hotel that they were going to be staying at, I was just, yeah, we were just like, no, not, no, not
This
going.
is Abbey Road. Please mind the gap
Even
between
though
the
we
train
kind of made
and
that
the
decision at the
platform
start.
edge. This is a
So
regional service
me
to
and
Millbridge.
another student from the class didn't go. So we still went into college. I don't even know what we did. I think we just did some practical stuff. I'm not actually too sure. But I think it was like midway
Welcome on
through
board
that.
this regional service to
That's when
Millbridge,
lockdown
calling
was
out
announced, and then they
Longbow,
moved all of our
Russell
classes to online
Lane,
learning.
Broomfield,
I
Miriam,
think
Wheaton,
they
Henry
stayed in
Park,
Tenerife, but obviously when they
Fortis
came
Green,
back they had to
Elm
obviously
Tree
isolate.
House, Northcote,
Um,
and Millbridge.
You know, because of that 14-day
The next
get back on the
station
trip, you need to
is
self-isolate for, 2 weeks. So, I was obviously, continuing doing the work that I needed to from home, which some people hated, but I actually kind of enjoyed, because I enjoyed being at home, effectively in my pajamas, I'm not going to lie, doing the work that was required. If I wanted to do it in my bed, Some people make, a whole big deal of, oh, how do you work from home? Honestly, for me, I prefer working at home, I can lay in my bed, watch a film, in my pajamas, in my comfy clothing, even though there aren't any school uniform requirements for college, doing the work, I actually kind of enjoyed it. I found it more relaxing at home than in college, which I still found it okay at college because it was a place I was familiar with, I'll tell you another funny story after this. But yeah, I just found it more enjoyable, and I think it got to about end of April, beginning of May time when I had a meeting with my teacher, because I was effectively approaching the end of my second year. I only wanted to do my level 3 course for 1 year. It was a 2-year course, but I only wanted to do it for 1 year because I did level 2 the year before. And basically, all of the work that they were getting me to do was the start of the second year of level 3. So because I told my teacher I didn't want to carry on to the second year of the course, they basically said, okay, then don't do any more work, because I think I think you've done enough work to get the course that you were on. And because of the amount of work I did, I actually got it was a halfway mark between half that course and the full thing, so it was like a midway in. It was sort of like doing 1.5 bit of years effectively, but I only did it in 1 year. That just shows you how much work I effectively did, and how much I was able to concentrate when I was at home doing the work. Yeah, it was quite it was quite something. And yeah, I just remember being able to do a lot of work, and like I said, because I did a lot of work, I qualified for a bit of a higher grade than what I would have had. Don't you dare. That's going to turn, isn't it? Oh, karma. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, we still do have a few red signals in front of us. Cross country, or rather you're driving. Whatever this is, I think it is cross country. Team dog or team cat? I'm kind of a bit of both, to be honest. That's me in front, my cousin asleep. Good. You want to tell people about the no stream Thursday and the change of Wednesday? I will in a minute. Let me tell you about the thing about my college thing. So, like I said, it was obviously a college that I went to, obviously. The thing is that my stepdad used to teach at the college. Yeah. And basically, thank you Sonic for subscribing, by the way. Basically, the school was very close to my primary school. Okay, or the first primary school I went to, because I went to 2. So what happened is, every single morning before I went to primary school, I used to go into the college that I eventually ended up going to, into one of the classrooms which my stepdad was teaching at, and obviously I think my first task was to turn on every PC in that room. I distinctly remember doing that. So yeah, we went into that room, and obviously I was 7, 8, 9. I didn't even know how long how young I was. But yeah, I remember doing that, and honestly, one memory that always stuck to me was there was this security guy, and honestly, he was just the nicest security person I've met.
Next station is
Like, honestly,
Bloomfield.
he was insanely nice, and I couldn't wait to basically be at the college for real. Wait, why am I going over here? Oh, right. But it turns out, when I went to the college, you know, when I was going there as an actual student, he wasn't there anymore.
We will shortly be arriving at
Which
Bloomfield.
was quite sad. But I remember, I remember as a kid going in there with my stepdad, seeing him basically every day, to then him not being there. And I hate to say it, but without him there, it kind of didn't really feel like the same college that I went to. You know? I mean, the only thing that was familiar was my stepdad. That was it, but, he wasn't there.
This is
So yeah, that
Bloomfield.
happened.
This is a
We're not
regional
done just yet,
service
though.
to Millbridge.
In level 2, our main learning place was across the road. So the college was effectively on two sides. I don't even think they use that building anymore, but it was basically on two sides. There was the main building, and then a slight different building across the road. That's where we were in for our level 2 course.
Millbridge.
Not on Monday. On Monday we were across
The next
in the
station
normal,
is Merriam.
place of the college. And guess what classroom we went into? The classroom that my stepdad used to teach in when I went to primary school. I am not joking. When I was a kid, going into that classroom, turning on all of the PCs, I'd never thought that when I was going to that college, I would be in the same room studying, and I was. And I think I played a bit of a prank on my teachers. I played a bit of a prank. Because they had no idea which PC was connected to the whiteboard, because it wasn't the one that you thought of, it was a different one, and I knew exactly which one it was. So what I did is, when we went into the classroom, I went to the PC that controlled the whiteboard. and when they were trying to figure out which PC it was, I was just like, you're not going to find it. You're not going to find it. I know exactly which PC it is. They eventually found out, so I had, I moved. I mean, I was going to, give it to them anyway, because that's how it was. Which PC was it? So there was a line of PCs, and then there was like a cutout section for like a few more. It was in that cutout section. It was very weird. It was a bit weird layout.
We will shortly be
but I'll tell you what,
arriving at Merriam.
the most ironic thing is that my stepdad kind of used that classroom as a place to like store boxes of, things that I had, to, put on display, to, I guess, show his students when he was teaching there. So when I went into that room, I saw my boxes for like my Xbox, my Track IR, some of my games that I had. I literally saw my boxes for those gadgets in that classroom. Yeah?
This is Miriam.
And honestly, it just felt
This
so
is a
surreal.
regional service to Millbridge.
Because, you know, I was in college studying on a course in the classroom that I used to go into every single morning before primary school with my stuff in the classroom. It was so strange.
Millbridge.
And it kind of doesn't sound real, but it kind of was.
Leeton.
What was even weirder is our teacher didn't actually have the key to the room. So when I used to come back on a Monday, my stepdad literally had to open up the classroom to let us in because our teacher didn't have the key. So he had to open up the classroom. And, you know, I think I had to teach, like, I think I had to, like, text, you know, some of my classmates going, don't worry, we're on our way. My stepdad, will open up the classroom. Don't worry, we're on our way. But yeah, that was also nice as well. Just, you know, having my stepdad basically seconds away from me if there ever, ever was a problem.
Avonhill, Belmont Green, Norrington, and Victoria.
Which, honestly, talking about college, I can go into so many stories about college. Honestly, I tell you now. On a Thursday, there was a class that we had. I don't even know what it was. It was like a careers lesson thing, but, well, is that the right word to use? I don't know. Basically it was like a revision class thing that we had to do, obviously because we actually had exams of our course. So one day the whiteboard went down and no one knew how to fix it. I knew that obviously my stepdad was a tech genius and he was literally seconds down the hall. So what I did is I asked the teacher if he could maybe come fix it if he was able to. The teacher said yes. I obviously texted my stepdad, our whiteboard's down, could you potentially try and come fix it? Within seconds he was in the room fixing it. And I think it took him literally 2 minutes, and the whiteboard was back on.
Welcome on board this regional.
Like I say, I have so many stories about, you know, about college that I can literally go on for like 3 hours of non-stop talk about college.
The next station is Henley Park.
Where did I go to primary? Well, I went to two. The first one was a local school that pretty much everyone went to. Well, I say everyone, not everyone. I think there was two. I think there's two. I think. So the first one was a mainstream one. You know, it's where my sister went. You know, so that was the one I went to. This was before. Do we seriously have more traffic? This was before I knew that I had any sort of, special needs. Okay, so at the time we didn't know that I had any sort of like autism or anything like that. Obviously now we do. So I went to that, and I was struggling obviously in that thing because I was in a class where there was only like one teacher in a classroom of like 20 people, and yeah, it basically it was overwhelming to say. So I obviously went in for some tests with like autism, ADHD, that sort of stuff. Obviously found out that I had autism, and I basically got transferred to another school that basically specialized in special needs, and that was perfect for me. It was in a classroom that had two teachers. Well, one was a main teacher, another one was like a TA, and the classroom sizes were much more smaller as well, which was a lot better for me. And honestly, without that, I don't think I would have done as good as I did in school. I honestly don't think that.
Please mind
The
gap
thing
between
is,
the train and the
when I got
platform edge.
transferred into
This is a
my
regional
new school,
service to
the year I was
Millbridge.
supposed to be in was already overcrowded with pupils. So what they did is they put me in the class a year lower, but I still did the year 6 work, if that makes sense. However, when my year 5 class were doing their classes, that's when I did
Welcome on board
those.
this regional
So if they had an
service
IT
to
time, I
Millbridge.
would do IT time, but I would do the year 6 work.
The next
It was
station
very
is
confusing.
Fortis
But I
Green.
remember then when I was in the year, in my effectively year 6, obviously I was in the year 5 class, I did all of the trips that the year 6s went on to. So when the year 6 had swimming, I would go with them, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I basically wasn't held back a year. I was basically in the year that I was supposed to be in. I was just in a different class to better help me, if that makes sense. And obviously, like I said, the year 6 class was already, you know, overcrowded. And then obviously going on to secondary school, I went to the school that, you know, specialised in special needs in my local area, and that was fine. That was completely fine. And yeah, I liked it. No, I didn't meet Optimistic in college. It basically, Optimistic, obviously, you know, he's a channel moderator. I've known him for 6 years. And yeah, basically one day we just decided to, you know, meet up, you know, with each other, basically. And obviously I have many memories from school, you know, doing the panto, being head boy for 2 years in a row, my final 2 years, which was, you know, kind of crazy. Yeah, started moderating in 2019, yeah. I've known him for many years. And yeah, it's just kind of, you know, my time in secondary school, then going to college. And then basically since college, it all went to, yeah, nothing basically happened from there because COVID basically shut everything down. I remember in the summer of 2019 I was doing some work experience at a local supermarket,
Please mind the gap between the train and the
stacking the
platform
shelves. Obviously do some football work experience, still do. And yeah, I was always set on wanting to do 2 years in college and then try and get a job, like an actual job. That was always my mindset. But the thing is, when COVID shut everything down, obviously I didn't feel safe to look for a job. So I kind of didn't. And I kind of wanted to have a year just to myself anyway. Like I was always planning to do that, you know, after I left college and everything. I would just have a year to just relax, enjoy my time and just regather and think what I wanted to do with my life. So yeah, that's when I basically just spent a lot of time doing content creation, because obviously I had my channel back then, you know, I was doing some videos, I was doing streaming alongside. But the thing is that within that year, I gained a good following on my channel. Like, I think I went from...
Millbridge, calling at Elm Tree House, Northcote.
Let's see, I got 1,000 subscribers in
The next station is
2019. I was on 2,000 roughly when the pandemic hit. And I think by the end of like 2020, I was on 4,000 something. And I think, you know, when I kept streaming the next year, and it kept going up and up, and kind of the mindset of wanting to find work kind of didn't really bother me anymore, because I saw something happening on my channel that I kind of wanted to see if I could pursue. So, you know, I kept going with YouTube, kept making content, and obviously, you know, it kept going up and up and up. obviously not to the point where I could make a full-time living. I mean, it still isn't now. You know, I'm just doing YouTube, you know, to, you know, just, well, it's effectively, the, you know, my job at the moment. Not enough to make a living, obviously.
We will shortly be arriving at Elm
But yeah,
Tree House.
I kind of just didn't really look at a job because I kind of wanted to pursue my YouTubing career in a way. Do I regret it? No, not really. I mean, yes, I'm not as, what's the word, successful, I guess, as some other people that I know, you know, because I know some friends that, you know, have jobs, have a family, and here I am basically doing what I was doing when I left college. But I enjoy doing YouTube. I enjoy what, you know, doing what I do. So yeah, I wouldn't change it. I don't care if it's making me money. I don't care the financial situation. If, as long as I enjoy doing it, I honestly couldn't care less. But I will be honest in saying, it would have been nice to get a job, you know, because, well, you know, you want to have money that you can spend, you know, and have a bit of, you know, have a bit of spending money, you know.
Station is Northgate.
And then, you know, if you can then obviously afford to, you know, live alone and start a family, even though I don't even have a girlfriend, so be it. So be it. Do I listen to Rihanna? I wouldn't say I listen to all of Rihanna's songs, but there are a few Rihanna songs on my Spotify playlist. I will be honest in saying that. Some of them are just nostalgic. Some of them are just songs that I enjoy. Another story time. Honestly, I could just turn every one of these streams into a story time because, you know, this is the beauty about streaming. You know, I love, you know, interacting with chat, and obviously when you guys, you know, give me, you know, statements, I can just think of stories to talk about them. Honestly, I love it. This is why I do streaming.
We will shortly be
you know, this is why I do streaming. I love this. I love this. You know, I love getting the, you know, the interaction, you guys giving me, you know, comments, me liking to, you know, express stories about them. But yeah, I was practicing yesterday for my league race, obviously, tomorrow in Silverstone. Bloody hate the track. The reverse thing? No, absolutely not. I hate it. I got quite angry at it yesterday, I will be honest. But you know, I started, you know, to play my Spotify playlist because, you know, that's one thing that helped me, you know, just listening to some of my music, you know, just chilling out, having that in the background while I drive kind of helped me a little bit. You know, I was able to improve my time slightly.
This is
and there was this one song that came on,
gap between the train and the platform
and it was just like, it was a song that I haven't heard
service
for years, like back in my dancing days, you know, and I was just like, I remember this song. And it wasn't a song on my playlist because the feature that I have on Spotify is the, what is it? It's the shuffle play, but it adds on songs recommended by Spotify as you're going through your list of music. I don't know how it works, but this one particular song came on. And like I said, it was very familiar. It was very familiar. Like I instantly knew what it was. Turned out it was a song that the dance school did use years ago. And it wasn't a dance I did, but I definitely remember the song. I'll see if I can get the name of the song in a minute, but honestly, it was like years since I listened to this song, and I listened to it the entire way through when it came up on Spotify, and I was just like, this is just as good as I remember it, you know. It was just, you know, I don't know how this song was recommended to me, you know. It was a song that I used to listen to all the time. kind of enjoyed it, and then it didn't really it didn't really get put into my Spotify playlist. Oh, thanks. But yeah, honestly, I love streaming for this, you know, just being able to go off tangents and stories just from people talking in the chat. I love it. Can I play eFootball 2025 sometime? It's free. Stop. That's going to be as bad. Thanks. I don't know. I kind of like FIFA personally, but I don't know. Hello, MAG, can I ask what the Roblox game is called? It is called British Railway. Well, I guess while I'm stopped at the signal, I can try and figure out what that song was called. Because I've added it to my playlist because, you know, it was that good. The Way I Are from Timbaland, Kerry Hilson, and DOE. Such a good song. Great bass. That's honestly purely the reason I listened to it. The bass was so good. Next year will be our year. Yeah, keep dreaming.
Arriving at Mill Bridge, where this train
we are driving the
terminates.
170.
Please ensure you take all your personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
All right,
Please
bet.
mind the gap between the train
Yeah, no worries,
and the
no worries.
platform edge.
Anyway, here we are at Millbridge. I think we only had one penalty there with the SPAD, pretty much. Do I listen to UK Heart Radio? Honestly, I don't really listen to the radio anymore. If I ever want to listen to music, I just stick on Spotify and just play that, to be honest. Hopefully Ferrari locks in for the 2026 regs. And Hamilton's still struggling how to even drive this current state, you know, this current state of cars. He's only gotten 2 wins since the massive regs change for 2022.
This
which
is
was obviously
Mill Bridge. Please mind the gap between the train
Silverstone,
and the platform edge.
2024,
This train
and
terminates here.
Belgium,
Please
2024.
ensure that you take all your personal
Technically,
belongings with you when
Spa
leaving the
wasn't
train.
really a win. He
Thank
gained
you
it
for
off
travelling
Russell.
with us today.
I don't know why Russell was disqualified. I honestly think he won it fair and square, but apparently that was something to do with the weight. So obviously that then kind of meant that Lewis took it, which I don't mind, but I do think that was unfair on Russell. But yeah. Yeah, we can do some guarding. Why not? We do. I mean, we still have an hour to go. That we can probably still do another route at least. You know what? Let's do an 801. I was talking about it, so we might as well. Is that too long? Can I do 2 5s? Yeah, that'll do. 28. Stuff from Norrington, like Cuffley. You don't really get good routes when you do it all like that, do you? You don't really get good routes with these, do you? I mean, I guess we could do an Avonhill thing, but I don't know. eFootball is more realistic than FIFA. Yeah, it probably is. Oh my god, what was that lag? Right, off we go. I'm honestly debating on switching to the Tifosi from McLaren. How did they mess up that pit stop that bad, man? Oh yeah, I honestly have. They flopped like hard. What were they thinking? Like, I think I talked about it yesterday. What the hell was in their minds? Actually, I think it was even the Roblox stream on Sunday after the race. What were they thinking? Yeah, and they're literally in a championship fight as well. I mean, yes, I know that they're bossing ahead of the field, but I mean, come on. Oh, that's a red. Why am I lagging so much? I'm getting some serious frame drops right now. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Teams make, you know, pit stop errors. I get it. But to then say to the, you know, to the leading driver, let him through because we were too bad at messing up our pit stop, let him through, then you can race. That's not... Words can't even describe what that even was. Like, I don't even know what they were thinking. I don't. I don't even know what the best word is to describe that. Why am I running 10 FPS? Yeah, true. And then the thing is that Piastri then couldn't re-overtake Norris. It was basically like McLaren gifted Norris a second place there. When they're both in a championship fight. I know, yes, Oscar is marginally in front, but come on now. Really? Why is Alexander Isak not on Liverpool squad in eFootball 2026 yet? It probably hasn't updated yet. I mean, the 2026 season has basically just started. Is Optimistic a good boy? Well, I mean, I don't say he behaves badly. Oh, honestly though, I just love streaming, you know. I love being able to just interact with chat. I will be honest. I will be honest in saying, I honestly have had genuine thoughts of just not doing any videos and just primarily streaming. I don't know why, but I've genuinely had thoughts to just stop doing videos and only do streams. Because by doing that, I can do, in theory, longer streams. Because the reason why I don't do longer streams now is because, well, A, I get tired anyway, and B, it doesn't give me enough time to edit videos. If I can only stick to one of them, then I would like it to be streams, because like I said, I enjoy streaming. I like the interaction with the chat. And like I said, you know, being able to do longer streams, I have longer talking to you guys, you know, which is perfect, you know, because sometimes it just gets to a point where I'm kind of disappointed to end the stream because there are just many things that I can continue talking about and just chatting on, you know, about. And, you know, sometimes I get a bit disappointed that, you know, I kind of have to end because of that. And, you know, not allow myself to, you know, continue on and do that. And by doing that, you know, it kind of gives me that option, you know. I can maybe start a bit earlier. Say, like, you know, when I finish my lunch instead and do afternoon streams. And then have the option for doing, for continuing that stream over to the evening, you know, if I actually wanted to do that and just not do videos. Additionally, I thought about doing it the other way, if I stop streaming and only do videos. Which, again, is a good possibility. We should be slowing down. So, yeah, it's kind of a bit... We are not stopping at Hume Heath. Yes, I need to learn the brakes of the 80 of the 801. That was a complete mistake on my behalf. Hey, this new YouTube UI. Yeah, the YouTube UI just changes ages, or just changes all the time. You love this game, awesome. I'm not doing a 24-hour stream. I still live at home with my parents. I can't really do a 24-hour stream unless when it gets to midnight, I'm literally... Okay, so we're now going to go ahead and do... we're going to play SCR now. So, if you want to join, you can just join my profile. Just click my profile and click the join button. You know, it's just... I don't know. I don't even know if you even heard me during that. I think even at that volume, people would still be able to, you know, hear me. When midnight, do a sleep stream like I show Speed did. That is just creepy, man. That is just creepy. Why would anyone want to watch someone sleep? Like, I genuinely cannot think of anything more creepy than that. Like, I don't even know. It just sounds creepy as anything. Like, I don't get it. If Ferrari wins, you should do a 24-hour stream celebrating. I wish I could, but I can't. Don't get me wrong, I've had thoughts, but with my current, you know, with my current life, it's just not it's just not sustainable for me. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed me rambling on about different things, you know, college stuff, school stuff, and then obviously about the streaming thing. Like there was a streamer that I saw yesterday. They did like a 9-hour stream. Firstly, how the hell does someone do 9 hours? Like, all of their streams every day are like 5 to 9 hours, and honestly, I'm just like, how the hell? I think they started at like 8, ended at like 3 AM. I don't get it. Well, technically that's not 9, they would have started at like 7ish or something, but I have no idea how they do that all the time. And the thing is that I don't think... Well, obviously, you know, they do stuff in between it, but, you know, they play a variety of things, but still, 9 hours every day. Or, you know, multiple times, you know, a week, and I'm just like, what the hell? Anyway, I'm pretty sure they went to the low in that time. Wait, why am I slowing down? Not yet. Yeah, about the stream change, I guess I have to tell you now, because I did kind of say about half an hour ago I was going to talk about it, and then just never did. So yeah, there is no stream on Thursday. I want to do something. I want to record something special. Again, if I only switch to streaming, that wouldn't necessarily be an issue.
We will shortly be arriving.
So yeah, I want to record something. It's quite special. I'm not saying what it is. I'm going to leave you in suspense. But I think it's going to be something you're going to enjoy thoroughly. If you want a slight hint, look at my most popular videos, and just look around for anything that, you know, sparks your interest. That's the only hint I'm giving. I'm not saying anything more. So if you want to do anything, do that. Yeah, I want to record something special, and it might take up my entire day to do it. So I'm basically not streaming on Thursday because it would have been game of my choice anyway. And I guess I could say the game of my choice is wanting to do this video. But obviously I'm not streaming me doing the video. That would just be weird.
This is Preston Junction. Please mind the gap between the train.
I'm going to take some time, do that video. If I do complete it all in, you know, before then, I'll just take the night off. You know, have a day off from streaming.
To other
because I don't really get a lot of.
This is an intercity.
I mean, I know I make my schedule and I can have as many breaks as I want, but I don't really. Yeah, I don't really have breaks, to be honest. Like, at all. I just kind of do my own thing and just, you know, and just stream every day because, well, you know, like I said, I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it, and yeah, I don't really take breaks, really. And you know, I guess that's kind of another thing, you know, like with me streaming, like I don't have to always, you know, necessarily stick to a schedule. You know, I just choose what I want to do on the day, and because we might have more time, you know, we might do more than one thing in a stream. So, you know, there might be a stream where we do SCR, British Railway, and WCR, like all in one stream, and you know, we just do that for an afternoon and, you know, evening. Similarly, then if we do like a stream in the next few days, you know, then we could do Roblox, do a bit of, you know, trucking in that, basically do a bit of everything in like each stream, you know. And by doing that, you know, it could then mean that I could have a few days off from streaming, or and just, you know, having time to do what I enjoy doing. But yeah, do a variety stream, Roblox, stream games, Kahoot, etc. I don't really play Kahoot, but yeah, I mean, you know, that's what I was kind of like leaning towards. Like, if I was to just not do videos and just strictly do streaming, you know, I could stream like in the afternoon and then just do different streams, you know, do a, you know, bit of Roblox and then do some trucking, you know, do both games and things like that, you know.
On board this intercity service to
it would just be, you know, quite nice, you know.
Belmont Green,
but yeah, Thursday no stream, and what I will then do is, because
the next station
next week, so not this week, next week, it's a break week from XRS. XRS are not racing next week because it's a break week. So what I'm going to do is, on that Wednesday, I'm going to put the Game of My Choice stream that would have been on Thursday in replacement of that Wednesday stream. So the schedule for this week is obviously today, British Railway. Tomorrow will obviously still be XRS. Thursday won't be a stream. Friday will be F1 Manager and Minecraft. If I have anything planned for Minecraft, I still don't. Saturday SCR in the evening because I might have work, and then Sunday it will be Roblox in the afternoon because I should have everything done by then. And then next week it will be trucking on the Monday. I want to do ETS. I want to get that Capital City Convoy done. What is happening with the assets? Don't say Roblox is down. Or is it my internet? Well, nothing's flagging up at the moment. Oh, there we go. Never mind. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, slow down, slow. Oh my god, my game's lagging. I'm on your train and I am lagging. Oof. Oh, slow down. Alright, there we go. So yes, it's still XRS tomorrow. Don't worry about that. That's not, you know, that's fine. Yeah, next week, Monday, trucking. I kind of want to do ETS too and get that Capital City Convoy done. Tuesday will obviously, you know, will be British Railway again. Wednesday will then be Game of My Choice because of no XRS. Thursday will be Roblox, as it so often is. Why are we going over this? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Thursday will be Roblox. Friday will again be F1 Manager and Minecraft. Again, if I have anything. Transport Fever 3 stream on release. I didn't even know there was a Transport Fever 3. Saturday, Roblox. Sorry, Saturday SCR, Sunday Roblox. I think they're gonna have to be in the evening. Oh, well, we're not even stopped on the platform. I think they're in the evening because I think there's F1 next week. I could be wrong. I'm not too sure. It's gonna come out next year. Oh, next year. I didn't really play Transport Fever 2. I played the first one. I didn't really play the second one. I don't know. I just kind of. I never really got into
service
it.
To Norrington
really.
Has been cancelled.
I
This
don't know,
is
it's
due
just-
to a fault on this train.
It's not
really
We
been
apologise for the disruption
a
to
game
your
that
journey
interested
today.
me.
Millbridge, Norrington, and
Hello,
Victoria
Yizzy,
Docks.
by the way. I am
This
23.
is an intercity service to
In fact, it was my
Avonlea.
golden birthday this year. If you don't know what that is, it's basically you turn your age on the date of your birthday. So my birthday is the 23rd of June and I turned 23. It's like a golden birthday
Welcome on
thing.
board this
I don't know if
intercity
it's something
service
that
to
everyone calls it. I
Avonlea.
mean, I
Calling
don't
at
think people do
Belmont
make a big
Green
deal out of it.
and Avonlea.
But I kind of
The next station is
found it
Belmont
enjoyable,
Green.
sort of. Yeah. You have the same golden birthday. Yeah, I think when people say golden birthday, they think, is this 60 that is like, you know, like the golden birthday thing? I don't know. But basically, if you were born on the 1st of something, your golden birthday would be your first birthday. If your birthday was on the 14th, your golden birthday would be when you're turning 14. It only kind of works though if... Oh, I didn't want media player. The thing is, everyone has it, but it only goes up to 30. Or, well, 31 actually, in fact. So yeah. We don't stop here. But yeah, my one was obviously that. Hear me out. Leclerc wins in 2019. Transport Fever 2 came out. Transport Fever 3 comes out next year. Hamilton wins. I wish. Will it happen? No. That Ferrari needs a lot of work done to it. Hamilton enjoyed it in a few races. He looked quick in Monza, but that's because it's Monza. Ferrari always have an extra 10 horsepower just by being at Monza. Well, you saw, last year, Ferrari weren't necessarily the quickest car that season, but they somehow managed to win at Monza. 2023, Singapore. Red Bull dominated that race somehow. Ferrari, Sainz, of all people, went and won it. Australia, the following year, Sainz literally just came back from appendicitis surgery. Went and won it.
We will shortly be arriving at Belmont Green.
I don't know, what was going on with that Ferrari, but yeah. Hello, Ollie, by the way. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you are having a good day so far. Trust Leclerc, that is full of water, man. Yeah. Added a bit of extra weight onto his seat. No way have Man United scored a deflection against Arsenal. Yay. I don't know. Hello Tom Gaming as well, by the way. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream.
This is Belmont Green. This is an intercity service to Avonhill.
Welcome back, Avita.
Welcome on board this intercity service to Avonhill. Calling at Avonhill.
What else do we
only.
talk about?
The next station.
Still have half an hour about,
Avonhill.
you know, to ramble
Where this
about
train
something.
terminates, please ensure you take all your personal belongings with you when
Just
leaving the train.
So, someone give me a topic, and I'm fairly sure I can try and find a, you know, a story to talk about. Just throw in a topic, and I'll pick the one that, you know, best suits me. CBeebies. Do I have a good story about CBeebies? I don't know if I do. Yeah, I actually don't really think I have. F1. We kind of talk a lot about F1, don't we? Female artists. Is there anything to talk about female artists? I don't really go to concerts or, you know, or anything. I know that Ariana Grande is going on tour next year. I don't have tickets. It's not my type of thing, to be honest. You know, just being sat in an arena with loads of screaming people, you know. What I would do, get the song, put a bit of reverb onto it. There you go. You've basically got a live performance of the person right there. Just, you know, close your eyes and imagine you in a concert watching their music video. Better yet, you know, stick on one of their live performances, you know, take Ariana Grande, you know, get the Summertime Ball, you know, put a bit more reverb onto it, sit back, close your eyes and just picture yourself at, you know, at Wembley Stadium watching her on the stage, you know? You don't need to go spending, you know, hundreds of pounds on tickets when you could just have it at home. What is this 6-7 meme? Surely it's something more about 789, you know, like, well, we're 6 of Friday 7 because 789. Surely it's much more than that, or is this just what people are freaking out about? I don't know. I just can't get modern people nowadays. I don't know what it is, but some things that you come up with is just... Eh? What? Hello, Johnny's Trains. Oh, I'm glad that I activated the signal. Yeah, I don't really think I have anything else to talk about female artists, to be honest. I have been to concerts. I will be honest. I went to see One Direction live in Nottingham. What year was that? No, it can't have been 2014. It was much earlier than that, surely. Is it 2012? 2013? I don't even know. I was young. I don't remember a thing of that. Yeah. I mean, I have met singers. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, but I don't know. Just going to concerts isn't really my thing. I mean, like I said, you know, when you go somewhere, you don't actually hear the person singing. All you hear is just a bunch of different people around you screaming their heads off like they just won the lottery and singing along. So you don't actually hear them. You know, you don't actually hear the artist singing. You hear other people that can't sing or sing off key. You know, other than the person themselves. You know. Oh, yeah. 801 breaks. Well. Exactly, I do have a point. You're paying to hear a bunch of other people singing the same song off key. You can recreate that. Download a backing track and then just record record yourself singing the song in different keys as bad as you want, and then play it over while you sing along yourself. There you go. You've just got you've just got the concert, you know, experience, you know. Look, I think I went to a concert like this was many years ago. I actually don't know how it even happened. I think there was apparently a famous artist that was. How did you get there first? I think there was a. I think there was a popular artist that was singing. That apparently I think my parents wanted to see. However, the band that was doing it, the drummer became my drumming teacher. Because they were in a band at the time, and then they formed another band, and then the guitarist and the drummer basically formed a company that taught music, and that was the one that I eventually did, which was quite good. Anyway, where was I leading to? When they went to that concert, I never actually ended up watching the concert. I ended up playing football. It was like a group of people playing football, you know, near the thing, and I just asked if I could join in, and I just played that all night, basically. I wasn't bothered what was going on, you know, what was going on the stage. I just wanted to play some football. Don't block the railway, mate. Keep going. Is there any reason you're going 1 mile an hour? Speed up. There's nothing in front of you. It's 30 mile an hour, not 1. Yeah, honestly, if they don't speed up, I might have to kick them from the server, but my god, they are going slow. Speed up. Because you're holding up the entire line. Then grab your phone off your cousin and speed up. Put a passcode on your bloody phone, for God's sake. That way we shouldn't have these issues. Thought you said it was sleeping. Oh my god. Yeah, it isn't the first time. It happened on the previous British Railway stream as well, I think. But honestly, Kai, this is a good suggestion. If your cousin keeps taking your phone, honestly, put a passcode on it. Honestly, just put a passcode on it, and then we wouldn't have these issues. And then that way, your brother can't unlock your phone, or sorry, your cousin can't unlock your phone, and you know, all will be well. It's the guy that talked about Train Verstappen. Any other topics? Any other topics? Oh, I actually haven't finished. Talking about people, you know, meeting groups. And actually, it does actually relate to football as well. I actually don't know how I even got the thing, but apparently there was a match. There was a football match between the police interceptors and some popular singers. I can't remember who was there. I know JLS were there because I remember meeting JLS. I don't know who other music groups were there, but it was them and a few other groups versus the police interceptors. I can't remember what happened in the game, but I do remember meeting the police interceptors and JLS on that specific day. Who won? I don't remember the result. I don't remember the result. I'll see if I can search it on Google actually after this and see if I can find it. But back then, you know, I was a big watcher of the police interceptor show. Found it intriguing. Still do actually. I don't know. I'll just find someone out, you know, to guard that's doing an okay journey and just do that. I don't really take on requests from people who want to do guarding and stuff. I just decide who I want to do. Pretty much.
This is...
Right, let me see if I can find it. Police interceptors football match. You know what? I didn't expect anything different. It's come up with a lot of results about policing football. That's actually kind of not what I wanted to search for, but... I need to think of a different way to word this. Hello, just your average user. When did the police interceptors play a match against singers? I think it was, you know, artists and stuff. It wasn't 2008. Police interceptors versus JLS, because I know that was one of the, you know, that was one of the things. Football match. Wait, this is saying there wasn't one, but there definitely was like it was like a charity football match. Charity football match. Oh, come on, it's a real thing. I went to see it. Police Interceptors charity football match. Is this it? I think it is. Is it? Wait, now now I don't know. Was it this 2014? That is what the other post was. I'm honestly not too sure. I'm fairly sure there definitely was something about the police interceptors playing a charity match. I definitely know. I went to it. I'm not. I hope it wasn't a dream, but I don't know now. Right, who's doing routes? So even now. Ooh. Could be good. What's Charlie doing? Leeton. God. 2119. Wait, you'll be turning around then, wouldn't you? You'll be turning around at Leeton. Oh wait, no, you're. Oh wait, you're going that way. Do we go to Fair? I think I might do them. Go to Avonhill. Oh yay, 755 as well. Oh, one of the flirt trains.
Be arriving at Belmont
already. Right, it is indeed the 9th of September. Yep. Yep. Oh my god. Oh, 15th of September. You are so early, mate.
We apologize for the disruption to your journey today.
I'll see if I can get like more information about that supposed police interceptors charity match and maybe talk it on Friday or something, or maybe on the SCR stream on Saturday. Because honestly, I don't know at this point. I don't know. If I have 4,000 coins, what train should I buy? If you have the... How do I run? Let's turn on shift lock. If you don't have the Avonhill pack and an intercity train, get those. because then you can do intercity services from Avonhill to Cuffley. Also make sure you have the Cuffley extension as well if you can. Make sure you get those, and then because that intercity service is the best way to grind coins in British Railway, so get those and then you can just keep doing that over and over again until you get enough coins. You hold all the routes. Then honestly get whatever train you want. If you don't have an intercity train yet, get an intercity train. If you do, then pick whatever train you want, basically. I don't know what your sort of preferences are. My left ear's gone deaf now. Yay. Fun. It usually does though. It usually does. Wow, why are some of these so like off
Welcome on
time?
board this regional service to Avonhill.
Surely it's not this common to find people without a valid
The
ticket.
next
Surely not.
station is
Yep. Honestly, just look at the date. That'll tell you if it's valid or not. You don't need to know about where you're going or where you're going to. As long as you look at the date, it's fine. Hello? Thank you.
We will shortly be arriving at Rotem.
That didn't take long. Oh, I missed one. I missed someone. Very sneaky. Very sneaky. Hello, train spotting mainline. I need another topic to talk about. I need another topic. Can't think of topics off the top of my head. Honestly, the topic could literally be about anything, and I could probably, you know, try and find some sort of story that we can talk about. Got like a random topic generator. Right, approve. Yep.
Welcome on board.
Talk about
this
UK
regional service
trains.
to
Okay, something like
Avonhill.
that I don't know a lot of. Something a bit more interesting.
We will shortly be arriving at Fleetwood.
Have you listened to Cascada? I don't think so. Is it a song or something? I mean, if it's a song, it's probably come up in my Spotify playlist at some point, but I don't really pay attention sometimes to what song what song is playing. Honestly, if I enjoy the song, I listen to it. If I don't, then I just skip it. As a female artist. Maybe. I don't know. I'll check the apps in a minute. Just is that the person that does the Jet 2 Holiday song? I'm fairly sure that's the person that does the Jet 2 Holiday song.
Welcome on board this regional service to...
Yep, thought so.
The next station is Thornfield.
The thing is, right, the thing is, has that song, or has that meme, ever made anyone actually want to go on a Jet 2 holiday? Has it actually made anyone go on a Jet 2 holiday? Or just start a meme for their company? Because honestly, when I watch the advert, there's nothing about the ad that makes me want to go on a Jet 2 holiday. There actually isn't anything that makes me want to... That actually makes me want to... sorry. That makes me want to go on one of the holidays. It just seems so strange. Like, I just don't get it. 4th of September. Oh, 9th of September. Signaling applications. Ooh. 82. Not bad. Getting better. Getting better. Obviously, guarding's, guarding status is still stuck on the writing feedback, which is fine. I'm sure that, the thing is with guarding is that, well, I mean, it says it in the message, 1,365 applications, were made. I mean, 640 were passed on to the app readers, They have to write feedback for all 614 applications. And then out of that, then a handful go to manager status, and then they have to write feedback for all of those as well. It is, quite a time-consuming thing, really. I mean, I've never been in that position, but I can imagine how much work it is. Two of your strikers have been injured. Arsenal versus Leeds. I'm Leeds. I am Arsenal. I feel like nobody's watching this live from YouTube. I mean, some people come and go on the portrait streams. I guess that's just, how it is, to be honest. Hello, Kevin, by the way. Welcome to the stream.
We will shortly be arriving at Thornfield.
I guess there's one story I can talk about football. And I guess because Crazy's not here, he wouldn't mind us saying about this. Well, school, my school football team. If you don't know, I was Mr. Fetcher. Was the starting 11 goalkeeper for our school when we used to go and do matches. The thing is that we actually only ever played like 3 games that I remember. I mean, there was a one that when I was in the lower half of the school as well, but when I was in the upper one, that was a bit more of a better thing. Anyway, we played 2 against the same school. The thing is that it was only away games, and it wasn't really a home one. I don't know. So we had 2 outdoor games and 1 indoor game. We had no idea how to play in-game football, so I'll talk about that in a minute. But the outdoor games, obviously, you know, we understood the principles. In the first one that we did,
The next station is
I
Union
was
Street.
starting from the bench because we wanted to try another goalkeeper first. I was told this way in advance. Like I knew that I was going to be the keeper that was going to come on at the end of half time and basically, you know, be the main keeper. But we wanted to start another one just to see how they would, you know, be in goal. I think they actually played. They actually got brought back on as a substitute to play an outfield player. I think they played as a striker. But we knew that they were, you know, a decent choice for goal. So I think, you know, we gave them, you know, the first half and just see how they went. And then, you know, it was always the plan that I was going to get subbed on at half time. So in the first half, they let in 2 goals. In the second half, I let in 1. So we were, I think it was like, we were 2-0 down at the end of the first half. And then in the second half, we then got 3 back and they let 1 in. And I think actually, funny enough, one of the goals was actually scored by that goalkeeper that played for us in the first half. So I think that was the first ever one that we did. The second game was against the same school, but I was in goal for the whole game this time. Because we, you know, I think that match we kind of knew that I think he would more play in an outfield position, but if I was not available, then he would basically be, you know, the backup goalkeeper. So he started outfield, I was in goal, I let in 2 goals and we scored 9. So we won 9-2, which was pretty nice. Some of my saves are pretty good, I think. I have to say. Well, actually in both games, I think. I remember there was one where it came looping across the, you know, looping across the goal. It landed to someone, they shot it, and I literally saved it with my toe. I do remember one, though, where I was massively out-positioned and they lobbed it over me and it went into the goal. And honestly, I remember looking at it and thought that was going out, and then I saw it land in the goal and I was just like, oh. And then I realized where I was standing. I was just like, yeah, fair play. I was just massively out of position for that one. The thing is that even though they had the lines, it was so dull that I actually couldn't see the lines at all. I couldn't see what was going on. What if I just... Oh, man. Yeah, I couldn't see the lines, so I had no idea what was going on. So, you know, no wonder I was out of position. You play for your school football team, awesome. And then the indoor game. Like I said, we had no idea how to play indoor football, so we went in there not knowing a thing. I will be honest, we let in a lot of goals. We did get a few back, but I had no idea how you played it. Like, there were so many rules that I had no idea. Like, I couldn't leave a certain, like my semicircle, like, at all in the game that I had no idea about. Apparently there was no real such thing as throw-ins. You actually could use the wall to your advantage. You know, you could hit it off the wall and stuff, and it was just so confusing. So I think we were actually okay for how we lost. You know, but hey ho. We lost 24-7. Which obviously is a bit of an ironic scoreline actually, because obviously 24/7 that kind of signifies all the time, you know, 24 hours a day of 7, you know, 24 hours 7 days a week.
We apologise for the disruption to your journey.
Shut up. Yeah, it's a lot.
The train now approaching platform 2 is at 2104 regional service to Avonhill, calling at Avonhill only. This train is forwarded for coaches.
So, yeah, it was a big scoreline we lost by, but like I said, we'd never played indoor football at all, so I think we were kind of expecting to lose that. But obviously, at the end of every single, game, we elect someone from the other team to, get man of the match. So basically, there's a man of the match for their team, and a man of the match for our team.
The next station is
I can't remember
Avonhill,
what man of the
where
match
this
we
train
gave to them. I
terminates.
think it was their top
Please
goal
ensure you
scorer.
take all your personal
They
belongings with
gave
you when
their
leaving
man
the
of the
train.
match to me. And I was the guy responsible for letting in 24 goals. But yeah, I think they said if it wasn't for me, it could easily be 40 goals for them or something. So I'll take it as a compliment, even though they sounded a bit cocky. I'll take it. But did I really deserve man of the match for letting in 24 goals? I don't know. And honestly, I remember being presented the man of the match certificate in the next assembly. Like, I kind of enjoyed it, but then I kind of didn't at the same time, because I went up there proud of getting man of the match, but I went up there knowing that I also let in 24 goals. It was just such a weird thing. But yeah, I actually don't think we ever played another football game after that. There were a few in my final year, but I was obviously, doing studying for exams and stuff, so I couldn't really play. I would have liked to have played, but yeah, I didn't get the chance. I think that was 2, I think. I mean, I get it, I was, preparing for exams. But the thing is that, it's a good way to let off some steam, I think, doing some physical activities. And, just being able to, let off a bit of steam, and just, it sometimes is a great way to just regroup and stuff. I remember one time when it was a PE sort of like session thing, and they were doing rounders. I wasn't particularly fond on rounders. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was just about this day. Like, I was under a lot of stress from my exams that I think I sort of had a mini, meltdown sort of. I mean, not to the point where I was like, out of control or anything. I just kind of like, I just didn't really feel like playing rounders, it was kind of just more of like a fed up sort of meltdown rather than a full on, one of those meltdowns. And I think I just went to the outdoor gym that they had there, and just went on some of that equipment, just trying to have a, a bit of fun, knowing what was happening. But yeah, that was about it. I don't even know what caused me to have the thing. I think it was just a mixture of, the stress I was under and, what was going on or something. I guess it was just like everything just happened so quickly and my mind just couldn't take it or anything. So I kind of just I just got fed up of it. So I guess that was kind of, the reason why they didn't allow me to do like football,
Change
as
here
well.
for
But
tram and bus services
I don't
to
know.
other destinations.
there was a few times when I did the swim marathon as well. Oh, come on. If you don't know what the swim marathon was, it was like a charity thing that was, you know, that was going on. Well, at least I think it's a thing that happens, you know, a lot, you know, in a lot of places. Well, it was basically just a swimming event where you basically do laps of, you know, the swimming pool over and over again for about an hour. Loads of, you know, things competed in it, and I was lucky enough to do it a few times actually. How many times did I do it? If I had to guess, I think I did it once in my primary school. So I actually did it for two things. One for my primary school, and I think 4 times for my secondary school, I think. Which was pretty impressive. And yeah, obviously it's good. It's, you know, for a good course as well. And yeah, you basically do laps of the, you know, the swimming pool. You do lengths. So, you know, you get lanes. You know, in the Olympics when they're doing, you know, 50 meter, 100, it's one of those lengths, doing it backwards and forwards. It's usually done in a team of 6, so you're not doing the entire thing. You would be dead after that. You do it in a team. Well, you can do it on your own if you really wanted to kill yourself, but I think it's like in teams from like 4 to 8, I think, or 6. I think we had 6 on one of our times. And you know, I do remember having a good laugh doing those. So you would go there, and then you would wait for the other 5 people to do their things, and then you would then return, you know, and then you would do your next thing. I do remember though, sometimes they were, you know, they usually play some songs, and sometimes they had like, you know, cha-cha slide on and things, and honestly there's me in the pool doing the motions in the pool waiting for my next turn. It was sometimes quite hilarious, you know. And yeah, we had a good laugh doing them. And then I think it's in like the final 10 minutes, then you all just go, you know, and then you just do it consistently. So you go there and then you do it, and everyone in the team does that, and that's where you usually rack up the most amount of laps. But yeah, the main thing is not proving that you're, you know, the best swimmer. It's obviously raising money for charity. What would I do if I wasn't a streamer? I don't know. I honestly don't. Well, you're saying streamer, not content creator, so probably doing videos. I still want to do a job in the content field, so, you know, maybe like a camera operator or an editor, you know, like a freelance one or something. I don't know. Maybe just getting a usual job. I don't know. I have been interested in probably doing some like videography, like freelance stuff though. Sounds interesting. Going on location to things and filming. I don't know. It is a good, you know, interest of mine. And, you know, I have work experience in doing it. You know, I do football. You know, and I do the editing for it. But the thing is that I do that voluntary, so I don't get paid for doing that. I do that from my own will, basically. And honestly, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing it. But yeah, there we go. How do I quit being... Oh, do I just need to respawn, I think. But yeah, I think that's going to conclude the stream. We've actually had a decent stream. We've talked about pointless things, which which is fantastic. And yeah, I think, you know, this is one of the streams where, you know, I think I've kind of talked about everything that, you know, I kind of wanted to do in our streaming time. And, you know, we had a lot of topics, you know, a lot of topics to talk about, which is fantastic. So I guess, you know, shout out to you guys, because, you know, without you, some of these topics probably wouldn't have even been brought up. You know, we just talked about pointless stuff, and yeah, they just expanded into this whirlwind of storytelling and stuff. And honestly, these are the streams that I love. You know, getting you guys to, you know, send in, you know, like topics and things, and I can just think of stories off the top of my head and talk about them. This is why I enjoy streaming, guys. This is honestly why, you know, I enjoy streaming. It's not for the views, it's not for, you know, donations or anything like that. It is simply the interacting factor of streams. It's just what I love about streaming. But yeah, that is going to be it for this stream. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. Obviously, if you did enjoy it as much as I did, then make sure you do leave a like. Make sure to subscribe as well. It's completely free, and you can always change your mind later. Obviously, like I said, the schedule for the rest of this week is obviously XRS tomorrow. Hopefully, it'll be good. Tomorrow, and then yes, that's tomorrow. Thursday will be no stream because I plan on doing something different. Friday will be F1 Manager and Minecraft if I have something planned for Minecraft, which I don't have at the moment. Saturday will be SCR. That will be in the evening because I might have work in the afternoon, and then on Sunday it will be Roblox. That will be in the afternoon. But apart from that, thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out, and as always, stay fetchy.